Now the question is, what are vaccination sites in Kern County that are offering the Johnson & Johnson vaccine supposed to do? Joining us now to talk about the situation, Senior VP for Kaiser Permanente and the Hub Operations Lead out at CSUB, David Womack. David, good morning. And first of all, let's begin with, when were you notified about that?
Good morning, and thanks for the opportunity to talk a little bit about this morning. In the middle of the night, we got notification that, or I got notification that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine was going to be paused by the CDC. So safety is our number one concern at the vaccination hub. We follow all CDC guidelines, and we will begin administering Pfizer this morning when we open at 8 a.m.
Now, you had made the switch to the Johnson & Johnson, I believe, was it last Friday?
Yes, we made it over the weekend, correct.
And as we just heard Dr. Cothry in that piece right before this, saying that there are no reports of any adverse reaction. Is that correct?
That is correct. We saw nothing while we were doing the J&J that was any different than what we were seeing with Pfizer the 2 weeks prior.
Now, with the number of J&J vaccines that have been distributed nationwide already, when you take a look at the absolute number now and saying 6 cases, that is fairly common for the CDC to take this action, even though it's a very, very minute number of reactions, correct?
It is. The CDC also operates out of an abundance of caution, like they said in their statement. Mm-hmm. And, 6 cases out of almost 7 million administered, more than one in a million chance, you actually have more chance of slipping and falling and dying in your shower than having this sort of a reaction with the J&J vaccine, at least as far as we know right now.
Mm-hmm. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine appears to be popular for many people, especially since it's the one and done. The single dose is all that you need. When you made the switch over to that, was because did you run out of the Pfizer, or did you just decide to make that change?
Our Pfizer supplies were getting low, mm-hmm. and we felt that we needed to go ahead and make that change so we had enough Pfizer for the second doses coming up. Since that change, we were notified yesterday that we are getting an increased Pfizer allocation. So we are switching back to Pfizer this morning, especially in light of this new guidance from the CDC. This is just a reflection of how unpredictable the vaccine supply is, and we have to adjust and administer what we have. And we're thankful that we can switch back to Pfizer this morning.
And we're getting the word out here right now. And just real quick, for the people that are already scheduled as far as appointments this morning for the J&J, they obviously will then be offered the chance to get the Pfizer instead?
Absolutely.
And is there any change, anything that, as far as the groups? I know that with the J&J, it was 18 and over, but now going back to Pfizer, it is 16 and over, correct?
That is correct. Yes, thank you for pointing that out. It will be 16 and over beginning today.
And real quickly, we had talked about just about a week ago, we were talking about the number of people that were coming from out of county. Did you see those numbers continue? Because it looked like the number of vaccines that CSUB site was giving out had increased dramatically.
It increased dramatically a week ago when we were seeing folks coming from outside the county. That number is diminishing rather rapidly, and we assume that is because that the rest of the state will open up to 16 and over later this week, so people are opting to wait for that. We have plenty of appointments available, and we also welcome walk-ins at the hub. Please come on out, get your Pfizer vaccine today if you haven't already, and let's help bring an end to this pandemic.
Senior Vice President of Kaiser Permanente, David Womack, joining us this morning live. David, thank you for your insight.
You bet.